Good evening, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. This is a really nice car, 2015 Honda Civic, and this is a 1.6 diesel sport, but it's got a neon wheel upgrade, which I think makes a massive difference on the black car overall. Unfortunately, the weather is pants this evening, it's raining, it's just horrible, so these lighting conditions unfortunately are not the best, but I just want to get this car advertised because I think it looks really nice. So I just wanted to get it up on the web. Anyway, so the car itself is a one owner car since brand new. It is a nice tidy vehicle throughout. Actually, the previous lady that had it, she's done a really nice job looking after the car. So interior, even when she traded it in, actually the guys really had to do very little in terms of cleaning the car on the outside and the inside as well. So first things first, if we have a look on the front, it has, in 2015, just be careful if you're looking at 2015s, you can get old and new front ends. Not that there's any major difference, it's just really aesthetics, but it's nice to get the newest if you can. This here is a big long daytime running light all the way down through there, so it looks really well. The headlamps are projector in through here, so dipped headlight, full headlight in through there, so double optic, which is really good light at night. And then these front fog lights have a nice chrome surround around them. After that then, in through here, you can see this is a parking sensor which continues along the front. One thing that makes the black Civics look very different than the other counterparts in other colours is, in a Civic, if you look at the front of the car, you have an area along the front. Actually, let me show you compared to this white car over here. So it's really congruent looking at the front. It's dark, and well, maybe it's me actually, maybe it's me, maybe I notice this more than other people, but if you have a look at this white one here, that's just come in. The white, see where the black breaks up the white at the front. So all Civics, when you look at the front of them, you'll always have that big black snout, for want of a better word, on the front. But when I see the black ones, because it's so kind of congruent, it actually really looks unusual, but I think it looks really sporty because of it. So it's really I suppose the grille that is black naturally just is really complemented well by the bumpers and bonnet obviously that is black as well. I'd love to tell you about condition in terms of the bonnet. There is really no marks that I see along there that are of note, and you can see the reflection that's along there. It's wet, so it's very difficult. There is going to have to be a couple of stone chips, but honestly, from what I've seen on that car when the lady brought it into us, I'd be pretty damn confident anyone comes to look at the car, they're going to be happy in terms of how the car is that way. Moving around to the side, while we're at it, the front bumper is in very nice condition. I know I've been banging on talking about it already, but while it looks nice, yes, it is in very nice condition. Moving down the side, the wing, and down the side of the car, look at the reflection of the other cars there. Really well looked after paintwork on that car, but as you see, really nice panels, no dents or anything like that on it, and black is a really unforgiving colour. Moving around, you can still see the reflections, nothing unusual along there. The rear bumper is in very nice condition, as is this boot lid. And then moving down the side of the car, keeping the reflections in mind along the doors, all very nice, so original looking, non-accident car, so really well looked after. The biggest thing I think on the car, as we're looking at it from the side profile, is those wheels. They are a genuine 17-inch Honda, what's called a neon wheel style. So those wheels are literally brand new. So they, this car came with those wheels there. So these are the 16-inch wheels that come standard on a diesel sport. So I think you'll agree, this car compared to that one, the really different looking one. This one really stands out with those. I think they look really nice in it. So there is brand new tyres on it, and I'm so blind I actually cannot see. They're Yokohamas, right? Okay, Yokohama tyres. That's pretty good because they're not cheap. So looking down the side of the car, it's damn cool. Looks really well. Moving on to the back of the car, again using this white one. This white one's coming in really handy. As a comparison, if you look at the back of the white one, black along through here, black along the bottom, but again, because this one's black all the way through, just gives that kind of unusual sort of finish in a Civic, that everything is so colour coded rather than the bits that are broken up along through there. The taillight is a LED, so it looks really nice. The spoiler is black. Bottom bumper obviously is black, as you see on the Civics anyway. Nice little diffuser down along there to direct air in the most aerodynamic way possible. underneath the car. It's nice and flat, so for fuel efficiency, it actually allows air to travel through underneath the car without being impeded. And then after that, if you see along here, these little channels, these little spoilers deflect air off the back of the car in the most aerodynamic way possible. Rear windows tinted, rear bottom section is tinted as well. I like the reg, 152K 1001. Nice symmetrical number. That boot lid is in excellent condition, so really, really well looked after. What I might do is, even though the weather is rubbish, I might just drive out towards the door or get into a slightly better lit area. It looks kind of brighter up there beside that Mercedes. So while we're at it, let's see what's going on here. Big reverse camera in the centre because it is a sport model. So I'm just going to reverse into an area that looks to have a little bit more light. Might not, but we'll give it a go. And I'm going to open up the doors as well. Again, apologies, I know this is not ideal, but it's hard to get these videos done during the day because just the weather, the time is just not there. And unfortunately the evenings are drawing in short now, so it's getting more difficult to get the time to do them. The summer's great for it. Anyway, so the boot lid, the boot, I'm going to let this down, it actually might let a bit more natural light in. So the boot's in very nice condition all the way through anyway. I know it's difficult to see, so I appreciate that. But from what I can see here, the panels on each side are nice, and then the floor area is good. And then down underneath, more storage, and that's all nice and tidy and stuff like that in through there as well. Handle here for closing down. As you saw, I've dropped the seat, and you can do that on both sides, or else I can let it back up. Just take this safety belt out of the way. I can let it back up, I can lift this, and now I've got a tall mode. So the tall mode basically means the seat has been retracted up in there, so if I want to put anything that's real awkward in the car overall, I can, and I can do it on both sides as well. So very, very handy, and then drop it back down one-handed, no bother. Those seats are in excellent condition. There's an armrest in the centre, there's 3 head restraints, there's 3 3-point safety belts, plenty of legroom in the back, kangaroo pocket for storage in over here, carpets and all that kind of stuff, very well looked after. Previous owner did not have a young family, so it was not used that much in the back. Electrics for windows, chai locks over here, nice material stitching on the seat. So condition wise, I would say that's really good. And then actually I'm going to leave that open as well just for light. In terms of the front of the car, so we'll see along here, you've got electrics for windows and for mirrors. The car has a full closure function with automatic lighting. So if I take out the key and close the doors, the lights are on. There's the projector style headlights I was talking about, so they look really nice. Okay, doors all closed, so the lights are going to turn off while we're waiting for the lights to turn off. Car's 1.6 turbo diesel, 120 horsepower with 300 newton meters of torque. So what I'm saying to you is when you put your foot down on a car like that, it's actually a bit of fun. So 300 newton meters of torque. Out of all the 1.6 diesels we've sold over the years, that is one of the most entertaining to drive because there's actually power when you put your foot down, so it's fun. Lights can come back on, and then watch the windows. Using the key, I can let the windows down, or similarly, I can let the windows up, and I can retract my wing mirrors. So that's pretty cool. Headlights are automated, so at night time they come on themselves, and then back during the day they'll re-establish themselves as a daytime running lamp. That driver's seat is in excellent condition. I wonder it would be better if I drove outside in terms of the light. It's not brilliant. Parking sensors are standard on the front and the rear. I'll just show you what happens when you start up the car. So this is what you see, and that's your startup sequence in through there. While we're at it, parking sensors are on, so I'm just going to drive forward towards this obstruction down through there, and then we should get a beep, so that's telling me I got a problem up through there. And then similarly, if I go for reverse, I wish I had set that mirror. No, that's not what I want to do. Mirror up so I can actually see what I'm doing. So we're going to keep going backwards, and we're going to go outside slightly for a sec, even though it's absolutely pointless, I'm sure, but it just might allow a small bit more natural light to get into the car, even though there's not much of it left at this hour of the evening. Yeah, it's a little bit brighter in here. I suppose it is, yeah, overall. Right, okay, so what do you see inside? That seat is in excellent condition. Let's just jump out for a sec. that seat is in excellent condition. Those seats are in excellent condition, and a boot lid that I was struggling with, or the boot area that I was struggling with. Yeah, you can actually see what's going on now, so wow, okay. It's actually not as dark as I thought it was. Fine, and okay, back into the inside of the car. Just going to wipe the lens. Apologies, I know this is unbelievably low-tech stuff, but somebody out there will get some use out of this video, I'm sure. Right, so after that then, I've got Android in through here, so touch and swipe, phone information in here, general audio information, your USB connectors, it's hard to see there. In through here, you have two USB connectors, a HDMI point, which means I can play video up through there as well. And then after that, trip information, phone as we saw, and then more Android information here, like things like a browser, calendar, calculator. Most of them need the handbrake to use, and then it's, you know, like what you'd have on a tablet, so pretty cool actually. Heating controls, so different temperatures on each side, so on my side, passenger side, or depending where I'm sitting obviously. Lovely gearbox with nice short throws, quite nice to use, and then as we saw already, reverse camera over through there. And if I keep going backwards for the crack, sure, why not? If I keep going back towards this Kia Venga, it's going to start warning me that I got a problem, and even up there I still have a warning up through there as well. My wipers are automated, so if I hit the auto function, water falls on this sensor up here and it starts to put the wipers on. Engine temperature over here, revolution counter in through here, up and down telling me how to change gear. Fuel, eco. If I press eco, it reduces how aggressive the cruise control is and how aggressive the air conditioner is as well. Speedo in through here, and these blue lights change to green when I'm driving economically. As I'm driving along, this is exactly what I see, and if I press this button over here, the iMid up there starts to change information, average speed, fuel efficiency, clock, radio station, all that kind of stuff as well. Down through there, they're my electrics. Cruise control has a speed limiter, as we saw already. Then parking sensors down through there. After that then, Bluetooth in through here. And volume controls for radio and stuff like that over there. So overall, I would go as far as saying the car's in really nice condition. It's really, really. Why did I turn on the lights when I was showing you that earlier? Never even thought of it for the interior. Dumb. Anyway, so car's in really nice condition, really well looked after. If you look for a Honda Civic, and this one's a bit different because the wheels. So I think if you look around, there is a model called an SI that used to come with the 17-inch wheels, but they're a different wheel. These are the neon wheels. So I could go as far as saying they're probably. It could be the only one that I've seen for sale in the country with those, what are called neon. I'm just going to wipe that lens again. Those neon wheels, and they're really nice, especially on black. So I love the way that car, the whole theme of black comes together very well in it overall. So if you're looking for a Honda Civic, definitely consider that. If you're looking for a nice one, which is a one-owner car from new and it's been really well looked after, please consider that one. If you have a trade-in, please give us a shout and consider that one. If you want finance, please consider that car and give us a shout. We can do finance. We deal with all the major lenders, and we can trade in any car you have. Doesn't matter what it is, give us a shout, we'll make you an offer on it. If you're not familiar with Honda Civics, and this is kind of the first time you've looked at one, I urge you to come drive one. If you want a car that's €180 a year for road tax, and it is going to do over 70 miles per gallon, and I'm not giving you a big sales pitch, they're really good on fuel. They actually are really, really good on fuel. So normal people, like, I mean, even the worst drivers are sitting in the region of 55 to 60 miles per gallon, but anyone that tries is up towards the 70 region. So they're very, very, very efficient, and they're reliable, and there's no time belt, so maintenance is very, very straightforward on them. And then the equipment levels are good, and you know what, they're different. Don't be a sheep, please consider something different. That's what I like about these cars. They're different. You don't see them absolutely everywhere. Yes, they're a niche market, but that's the cool thing about them. That's what they are. So, if the car's of interest, please do give me a call, 086-843-1945. If you want to give me a shout before you travel, do not hesitate to give me a shout, because I know you could be down the country and you might be saying, yep, I like the look of that car, but what are they going to give me for my own car? And various kind of